Hi guys, welcome to another edition of Share It Saturday, which is hosted by Scrappy Tate and Sharing More. In this month's edition, I will be sharing with you all how I create shadow words and how I personalize them for projects that I'm using, or if I'm going to be doing a swap, how I personalize names, titles, items that I'll be sending in a swap, things of that nature. So I am just going to share with you all my process. I have created a few toppers for some goodies, in which I'll share with you guys here. And without further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump right into the program. Now, already on my screen, you will see that I have Silhouette Studio open and that I am showcasing card bases. Now, the card bases are things that I have created using my shape panels. They are a 1/4 of an inch size difference off of the base. So they're a 1/4 of an inch smaller than the typical size of the card. So if it's a 5x7 card, then the featured panel is going to be 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so let's jump right in and I'll share with you all what I have done. So right here I am sharing with you all the different types of bases that I use. So I have a slimline, a A2 and an A7, and then I have them in different orientations and I have them stored in my library. So I am going to add some text to here. I actually just have these as a size reference. So I am going to type out the word crafty goodies, and I'm going to bring you guys in closer. On my right hand side, I am going to use the text style, which is the first A on your right, and I am going to share with you all how to change your text. So when selecting your text style, it populates from the fonts that you have in your library. Now, I purchased plenty of fonts, and I also download some from the Silhouette Studio. Now, what you're going to be looking for is things that have easy connectability. So, for instance, the word that I just typed in the font lemongrass, goodies, and this word, and I can't see exactly what that says, but it's a great font because it's easy to connect the letters, the individual letters, and that's going to be very helpful when you go to group them together and weld them. So this word crafty, I'm going to change to a different font. I think that I am searching for one that I think is suitable, and I settle for marker felt. I use that one quite a bit. That's one of my favorite ones. So I'm satisfied with the two fonts that I selected. So I am going to ungroup them only so that I'm going to group them so that I can get them straight on a line that I can work with just on my grid. And then I'm going to bring you guys a little bit closer. I am going to scooch these a little bit closer now. In your text panel, there is a feature at the bottom that allows you to do this. I find that it's easier to do it by hand because it gives you the ability to space your letters how you want them. The feature is called line spacing. So I've got these how I like them, and I am going to weld them together. So this gives me a continuous piece that I can use. So the word crafty is complete. So now I'm going to work with the word goodies. I'm going to ungroup the word goodies, and I'm going to again get them in close proximity to one another and make sure that they overlap, and since they do, I am going to weld them Perfect. So I'm going to also, well, I lost my tittle. I'm going to bring that up front, and I am going to arrange these so that I can create a panel, not a panel, so that I can do another weld to weld these two together so that it is again one continuous piece and it can cut as such. Once I have a good placement of this, I am going to go ahead and you see me weld those using the shape feature at the top, and I have one continuous piece. So using that continuous piece, I am going to go to my offset panel. On my offset panel, I am going to change the distance to 0.075. I'm going to remove the innermost piece and take care of remove some of the fiddly bits by releasing the compound. So the smaller bits that I don't want to cut, I'm going to take those away. And then I'm going to go ahead and group what I do want to cut together. And then using that panel again, I'm going to do an additional offset. Same distance as before, 0.75. I'm going to hit apply. That's going to populate that offset for me. Again, I am going to release the compound path and delete these pieces that I don't want to cut. Okay, once I have those cut, I am going to realign my panels together and make sure that everything is nice, and I think it is. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble, send these to my cut file. Oh, here I am just adding a tittle because I lost it somewhere in the process. And actually I ended up not using it in the entire project, so I just replaced the diamond dot where the tittle was. So just using the shape panel on the side, I created the tittle. And I am going to go ahead and send this to my printer, to my Cameo, and cut it out. So thank you for tuning in. I hope that you catch everyone else and that you have an amazing day. Thanks for tuning in. Bye now.